Evening. Yep. We begin here in Madrid at Coque, one of the city's premier and most premium fine dining establishments. It has 2 Michelin stars, and tonight I'm dining alone, Raymond Reddington style.
So we are going to start with spinach with the smoked steak. We made it with vermouth with alcohol, also contains puree of strawberry and mix of fillings.
So here we're going to start with the first tart of the night. Here we're going to have oyster from Galicia. We're going to have a tart of jalapeno and some shots of Bloody Mary. The seaweed is just decoration, so enjoy.
So I just spent 3 days at one of the most exclusive wine tasting events anywhere in the world. But I thought in 3 days of drinking wine, we'd switch to mocktails tonight. And honestly, alcohol-free vermouth does not disappoint.
Then inside is going to work with 3 layers. The first one is going to be chickpea miso. The second one is going to be guacamole. And on top, the shredding is made with foie gras. You can just take the whole napkin, please, and try to enjoy it in one bite because they break very easily.
One bite, everyone knows the rules.
So we're going to enjoy 2 different appetizers here at the Macallan room. We're going to have both of them made with our 100% acorn-fed Iberian ham. And they're going to be 2 different elaborations. So the first one is this yellow one. It's going to be a jelly made with the collagen of the ham. So essentially, the bones are boiled, and we turn into this jelly that doesn't use any type of artificial gelatin, okay? You're going to have that one first, only the yellow part. The bone is only to help you. And after that, we're going to enjoy the second part. It's going to be the bone marrow of the pork. So most people are used to having beef marrow. This is going to be a bit differently. We're going to serve it with some Osetra variety caviar and a sauce called callos. It's a sauce made with tripe, very typical. And we're going to sprinkle it with some few drops of Macallan 12. Okay? Directly, like a shot.
China's in the caviar game now. It's been interesting to try and learn about the different caviars. Yesterday we had a caviar lunch at this wine event and tried Bulgarian caviar, which is very interesting, very tax-friendly European country, and Belgian caviar, a place I never thought made caviar. But even more to my surprise, real caviar from China.
So this is going to be our Iberian ham that we use. The brand is Cinco Jotas. It's from the south of Spain. And an interesting note about this one is it's going to be 100% acorn fed. And you can check that from the sort of bracelets that they have. So if it's green or red, it would be the different percentages that we have of ham. And of course, we only like to use the best. And out of this ham, we only use 4 parts of the bone to make our marrows. And the rest, we use it for other events in our wedding receptions and such. It's going to be a more flavorful ham. The fat to meat ratio is going to be a bit better as well.
I won't come to the cellar, and I'll have 1 glass.
Over there, this one, it's our champagne called Laurent Perrier La Cuvée. It's a blend of vintages with Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. A cuvée could be just one single wine. This wine is called La Cuvée. It's a blend of vintages.
Right.
Basically, what they're going to do is when you're having great vintages, they're going to save 20% of the reserve. And then some years, we're going to blend those years to propose a blend of vintages.
We were drinking with Krug, and they were explaining how many different vintages go into each one. What would be an average number?
Exactly.
How many would go into a cuvée? 4? So 3 past years?
Yeah, one of the 3 past year, and you're going to have, in this one, you have a little bit of 2008, a little bit of 2014 as well.
And a champagne has to sit for how long? Was it 15 months?
36.
36 months?
36 for a vintage, yes.
For a vintage?
Yes.
Non-vintage, 15 months. Cheers.
Okay, so for the appetizer we're enjoying here, we're going to try to make a sort of tribute to wine itself. We're going to use elements of grape cheese as well. So we're going to have 2 different ones. So the first one is going to be this small macaron. It's going to be made with grape polyphenols. Torta del Casar is just a type of cheese and a bit of fermented garlic as well. You're going to enjoy that one first and then move on to our liquid grape. It uses Pedro Jimenez. That's a variety of grape as well. A cracker made with Parmesan cheese and a cream made with curry and pine nuts. So we're going to mix these two elements of the grape with the cheese and enjoy.
Remember we went to Belgrade for Live Like a King, and they had the one bottle of Petrus? Liquid grape.
I am Rafael Sandoval.
Oh,
Welcome to Coque.
well, yeah.
I am brother
Gracias.
Mario and Diego and Rafael.
You're the three brothers behind Coque.
Okay, three brother. Welcome to the Sacristia Sherry Wine. Okay, we have two aperitifs for you. The first is the appetizer is stir tartar of bull. Okay, the second is chorizo of bull. Yes.
Is this from the bullfighters?
Okay. The Harmony, yes. The Harmony is sherry. Would you like sherry? Little sherry wine? Little. Okay.
So much for...
This wine in from Puerto de Santa Maria in the south of Spain. The Osborne cellar. Okay, Osborne cellar is the famous, very very famous. Is a legendary cellar. This one is crianza biology, okay? It is fino launda for appetitous expert.
Here we go, from the bullfighters.
Very aromatic. This is Spain. Dance, flamenco, cherry, bull, typical.
Welcome to the Coque Kitchen. We're going to continue serving for you this special craft beer made in Sierra Nevada, in the highest mountains in Granada. It's made by Alhambra Winery, and it's made in this special edition mixing with different botanics, okay? We're going to serve you this craft beer, continue in the kitchen with two different appetizers. We're going to start first with this walnut tart. It's made with two different kinds of fishes. You have this wild salmon and also the wild seabass cooked in our oven during 36 hours. And you have on the top the natural roe of the salmon. Hope to enjoy. Maybe it's better in one bite. Thank you.
One bite. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, it's filled with botanicals.
This is the second snack. It's a pickled pork shoulder, Iberian pork shoulder with pickled beet. Recommended to use this food.
Don't mind if I do.
Thank you.
So we're here in the dining room. We've been through 5 of the experiences to date. We have 11 more experiences to go. There's a whole lot here.
We're gonna have this consomme. It's made with the cocido madrileño, our traditional stew from here, from Madrid, made with chickpeas, vegetables, and different types of meat. And it was finished with foam made with peppermint.
Some like it hot. It's a very thick foam on the top. I don't taste the peppermint though. It's almost like, to be a little utilitarian, mashed potato texture.
A little bit, yeah?
I'll require your patience.
I got a little bit of salt. Let's give it a smoked salt. And now I go with the last and maybe the best part, our homemade bread.
They gave us a good technique. at the caviar lunch yesterday to press your tongue with the caviar on it up to the roof of your mouth and pop the caviar bubbles and let the flavor ooze out. I first came to Madrid probably 16 years ago. And I remember thinking, this is better than Barcelona. I don't understand why everybody's so focused on Barcelona. And I think in recent years, Madrid has been able to get more of the publicity it deserves. And yet, I appreciate that it is the somewhat more subdued, somewhat more under the radar, not quite as touristy, more sophisticated city in Spain. And so I've been here for a wine tasting event that just so happened to be in Madrid this year. And we decided to stay afterwards and film this very first ever Live Like a King in a place where I don't live. I'm visiting, and there's a place that I might visit again. But it's a place that you might choose to live full-time or part-time. This is a chickpea ravioli with sheep's milk flour veal and Parmesan whey.
Now we continue with the carabinero. It's the scarlet brown. We're gonna make a sauce made with different parts of the brown, and inside on the base of the shell, we're gonna finish with mole verde poblano, a spicy cream to have this spicy part in there.
Time for a palate cleanser. They really like their ice creams here. And this is smoked eel sorbet. Yeah, you can definitely taste something fishy. There's something fishy going on. Yeah. Le pigeon?
It's gonna be made with roasted cauliflower and nuts.
Cauliflower. All right. The pigeon. I remember my first time having pigeon was at a restaurant called Le Serre in Paris 6 or 7 years ago. And I arrived well-dressed, but not wearing a jacket. And the dress code at Le Serre is, you must wear a jacket. And so as soon as I said, oh, I'm very sorry, let me go back to my hotel, I'll get a jacket, I'll come back, can you hold the table? They said, no. And they opened a sliding door, revealing a row full of jackets. They said, what's your size? You're a 38, you're a 40. They put a jacket on you. It fits perfectly. And they escort you to the dining room.
You're gonna have with the traditional piece with a crispy and a smoked skin. Then on the middle you continue with the chicharrón, and on top the little bites is the quarters of the sausage.
Okay, continue with the first dessert. Sapling and apple with red orange on the bottom. On the middle is a yogurt foam. And to finish on the top is a caramelized peach. Okay, to finish is a cinnamon board.
One of my favorite Raymond Reddington stories from the Blacklist was that you can't judge a book by its cover, but you can judge it by its first few chapters, and certainly by its last, because people become who they are. The idea being you can't pretend to be someone for very long. Live Like a King is about authenticity. It's about finding the standard and finding the place that you want. And I think that a lot of people are, in a sense, every day pretending to be someone that they're not, in a place that perhaps they're not destined for. And certainly when you choose to live this lifestyle, the goal should be to open up more of the real you.